Let's talk about the positive things now to lighten up the mood and yeah, get some more positivity going. What was improved, in your opinion, Rainfire, compared
Uh,
between Wargaming and NetEase release, obviously?
the one thing I did notice was the daily system. I don't remember ever seeing that before. I'm pretty sure it's a new feature. I mean, it may have been tested in some other phase that I forgot about or not aware of, but that's a cool new thing that they've thrown in there. You get little bonuses for doing like daily missions, things like dealing damage with certain tier units, or using a certain commander, or earning a certain amount of XP, and you get little rewards like bonuses, additional XP, currency, stuff like that. So I think that's a nice little feature and something else to help reduce the grind. Uh, I like it. I mean, how can you say no to free XP, right?
Yeah, sure, I definitely agree with that. Although, as with everything, it can definitely be improved. From what I've noticed, some of the missions are just way too specific. It's like, play with X Commander on tiers like between 5 and 6, and, and deal damage. That's not specific. Dealing damage, everyone deals damage, right? But yeah, that commander and on that particular tier, maybe even with that particular unit type, that's kind of too specific. And most people will be like, oh, I just don't play that commander. Or I don't play that unit. I don't like it, right? Make it
Well,
more
if you only play
generic.
archer,
Yes, I only play archers, and I'm fine with that. And give me missions that I can complete with archers, right? Just give generic missions like deal damage or cap 5 points. It'd still be harder with archers if you insist on going with archers. You can't really contest points, but maybe you'll encounter a game sooner or later where you are able to walk onto the point and get that reward. And speaking of rewards, from what I've noticed, they are mostly like pretty bad and unrewarding. From four, you get 4 missions, and I think 3 of them, all they gave me was silver. And like nobody needs silver, like unless you're Ashelto and you're imagining things. But other than that, everyone has a shit ton of silver lying around and nothing to do with them. So I guess that's kind of another issue, but that's an issue I would have anytime, because in wargaming, when you run out of silver all the time, unless you keep playing, premium ships, money, 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 then you're fucked. And I, for example, had 2 tier 9 ships unlocked for 1 year. I've grinded them, I've played enough of the tier 8 ships, I've unlocked tier 9 ships, but I couldn't buy them because I didn't have enough silver, and I had to farm premium ships. And only after that I could have finally bought the ship that I've unlocked 1 year ago. So that's one issue, CA, that please do not fix. Leave it as it is. Nobody's complaining about it, except at Shelto, so we can even throw more silver away. For most of us, it won't make a difference, so it's completely fine. And about another thing of rewards, not dailies, but there was, and maybe still is, it's unclear right now because it's not really in UI anymore, but I've heard other people, namely Pardonum, claiming that it is definitely there. And what I'm talking about is the 30% bonus for unit diversity. And in most cases, like if a player sees that 30% bonus, he feels incentivized to bring 2 different units, right? And they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna play Germanicus and bring 2 units of infantry and 1 unit of javelins, right? And that's usually a bad idea, because that makes your units much harder to control, which most of the people will just not be able to deal with if they have more than 1 unit type. And it comes with another issue that, well, Germanicus and javelins cannot use a single ability. They can use charge because they introduced that change. So they can use charge. It's not like they're gonna use it for anything other than just dodging or moving faster around. But they cannot use the studio, they cannot use vengeance, and there will be much less useful that javelins under Caesar or javelins under Sulla, right? Or even fucking Scipio, who has access to Warcry. Shout out to my boy French boy, who loves his Scipio javs. So yeah, that's there are only few very specific setups that actually benefit from unit diversity, but they're incentivizing using that, going for that 30% bonus, especially 30%. It's pretty big, and they're incentivizing pretty hard. So if it isn't gone, I hope they will remove it, because in most cases it hurts the game rather than helps it. And people, who actually use that to their benefit, they're already getting that benefit of better synergy between their units or whatever they're trying to achieve with their build. So why give them another 30% benefit on top of that? Why make those players so much better and so much more rewarded than players who just decide to play with 3 units of the same? It's not like their choice is any less valid or any worse. It's just a choice, and leave it at that, instead of clearly saying through a game mechanic, this choice is 30% better, except it is actually 30% worse in most cases, or even more. So yes, please don't do that, and if it is still there, please remove it. It's just stupid.